He's back.
People like Shifty Schiff and Hillary and all of these people, they don't want to talk about greatness for our country. All they want to do is investigate everybody, but they are the ones that are really under investigation. I also want to thank, we got crazy people like Shifty Schiff and...
Good morning. Thank you for coming to our weekly House Republican Stakeout. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. Welcome back. I wanted to begin with a quote from Thomas Jefferson, who said, quote, "The most sacred of the duties of government is to do equal and impartial justice to all its citizens." In pursuit of that sacred duty, House Republicans have worked tirelessly on behalf of the American people for months to deliver transparency, following the money and the facts, to uncover what I believe will prove to be one of the largest political corruption scandals of our lifetime and potentially in our nation's history. This impeachment inquiry, led by the chairman here today, Jamie Comer, Jim Jordan, and Jason Smith, continues to provide the American people the answers they both demand and deserve. They have found over $10 million from China, Russia, Ukraine, and Romania funneled through the corrupt influence peddling schemes to line the pockets of the Biden crime family. The DOJ, FBI, and other federal agencies mobilized to play cover-up and attack Biden's leading political opponent, Donald Trump, in a desperate effort to distract from Joe Biden's failings. And Joe Biden has lied continuously to the American people about how he was not only aware of, but was involved with and financially benefited from his family's corrupt influence peddling schemes. Look around this room on these poster boards. The evidence is here, and unlike Joe Biden, the bank records do not lie. The Biden crime family sold out America, and the American people have had enough. And while extreme Democrats pursued a sham impeachment of Donald Trump focused on baseless lies driven by partisan politics, House Republicans have and will continue to follow the facts, uncovering more damning evidence each and every day. This week, the House Republican Conference is unveiling an impeachment inquiry website, providing the public with a one-stop shop for updates from each of our committees and the evidence they are uncovering. It also includes a timeline which lays out exactly what the Biden crime family did to get us to this point. Transparency is the hallmark of America. With each new fact we find, it becomes more clear that Joe Biden is compromised and unfit to lead. I'm honored to pass it over to our chairmen who have worked so hard on their committees on behalf of the American people, and I'm going to start with our Oversight Chairman, Jamie Comer.
What's up?
And then it goes to it, just cuts off. November 3rd, 2020, Maricopa County. November 3rd, the reported count is 25,000 ballots less, which is beyond the margin here than on November the 10th. So the day after the election, they put what the county is, and then magically 25,000 Bidens appear on November the 10th. And well, hey, that's the insurrection.
It doesn't make sense. And by the way, we have a manifestation which still is unexplained. On November 9th, the reported count is 25,000 ballots less, which is beyond the margin here, than on November 10th. So the day after the election, they put out what the count is, and then magically 25,000 ballots appear on November 10th, and well, hey, that's the race. It doesn't make sense. This is just flat wrong, what is going on here. The law is there for a reason. The law is there to protect the integrity of the vote. And by the way, we have a manifestation which still is unexplained.
Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich.
He loves the D.
Now, the first thing we observe is that his wife is about a foot taller than he is.
Oh, she brims him too.
That's normal in the entertainment industry. but very rare in the real world. And you'll notice a large Adam's apple protruding
right there.
from the neck
Protruding from her
of
neck.
the alleged wife.
Hello.
With a very
Hello.
strong jawline.
Hello. Hey, what's up? Good afternoon to you too.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself? How you doing? How are you doing?
Great. Thanks
What?
for coming out. Bless you.
Prominent cheek.
Bless you too there, buddy.
Regarding Medicare benefits for saving option. I
Who?
do believe you have Medicare Part A and B. Right?
Part A and B. NGOs and Migrant Center are committing major fraud by billing the federal government for airline tickets never purchased by
Do
them.
you have Medicare
Must
Part A and B?
I got the A and the B Medicare card and the Medicare Care card. If you don't believe me, you can check it out. I got it. I got the Medicare Care card. Have you ever seen a Medicare Care card? Hello? I think Obama gave that to me. I can't remember when did I get that? Did I get that under Trump or was it under Biden? It could have been Obama. Wasn't under Biden.
Establishes a zero tolerance policy. Thank you, Chairwoman Fox.
Joe Biden is possibly the most corrupt politician in America. Another bribe of $900,000 from the University of Pennsylvania, $500,000 from China Tide Group, $13 billion in foreign payments to American universities withheld, millions from the CCP.
And thank you, Congresswoman Steele, for leading this important legislation. First of all, to my colleague on the left, he said he understood the intent of this legislation. Well,
Hello?
You are actually misrepresenting the intent.
Hello?
This is not about students. This is about money coming from nations that are a national security threat to us. This bill establishes a zero tolerance policy toward nations that pose
like
a
a fax
national
machine
security
call.
threat, such as China and Iran.
China!
It requires full transparency if these adversarial nations contribute
They sent
even
me
a
this instead of
single
a
dollar
pen.
to any of our colleges or
That
universities.
place usually
During
sends me a
2018
pen
and
with Chapman's on it. They
2019,
sent me a
Joe Biden's
keychain
Penn Biden
that looks
University,
like it's,
Penn Biden Center at the University of Pennsylvania
What is
received
that?
more than $500,000
like a copper.
from a group with ties to the Communist
I don't
Party
like
of
it.
China. The House Oversight Committee also discovered that the University of Pennsylvania
It looks like
paid Joe Biden $900,000
some kind of Christmas tree
during this
wreath
very same
with
period.
a
A
one of
new
them
report
gingerbread
yesterday
men
by
on there.
Barry Weiss also highlights that at least 200 American colleges and universities
Yes, gingerbread
withheld
man.
information on $13 billion from foreign regimes,
Some
with
kind of Christmas
much
thing,
of
but I
that
don't
coming
like it.
from the Middle East. Pro-Hamas groups have gained a
But it's-
foothold
it's
in our
like
colleges,
copper.
very sadly. And the
And on the back
colleges
it's
and
got
universities
Chapman's
raking in
engraved on
money
it,
from the
the
Middle
address
East
and all that, and the phone
appear to
number
be ignoring Title
engraved on the
VI,
back of it.
while they allow Jewish students
This
to be
right
threatened
here
and harassed
could be
on
yours
campus. HR
for
5933
$99.95.
holds taxpayer-funded colleges and universities
$99.95.
accountable.
How many
It
keys can you
requires
put on that
public
thing, Jamie?
disclosure
A
of foreign
shitload of
gifts
keys.
to individual staff.
How many is a shitload?
And reveals
How many ever will fit
foreign
on there?
investments and endowments. We must protect students.
I was watching some movie last night on Turner Classic Movies. I can't remember the name of it, but it was William Holden was in it. His old William Holden, and he was a train driver, an engineer, and he'd come back from the war, and he got his old job back driving the engine, and then this other guy that worked there at the train yards, he got fired, and he had a good look. And that blonde-headed girl, she was in like 2 or 3 movies. I reckon it was her birthday or some shit, because they had a bunch of movies with her in it. She's a good-looking blonde. But her husband got fired at the train yard, and he told her to call a big shipper that her family knew that used to work for her mama used to work for him, like cleaning the house or something. Said, call him and tell him to give me my job. And she said, I don't want to do that. And he said, yeah, call him up and go up there and see him in Chicago and get my job back. And better yet, I'll ride up there with you. And she goes up there to his office and sees it, and then comes back home. Because they stopped at her friend's house. She had an apartment up there. And the husband stayed there while she went to the office to get his job back. And she showed up at like 6 o'clock that night because he kept checking his pocket watch. And he said, what went on up there? Where you been at? She said, well, we went to the bar. We just went to the bar. I just talked to her. I got your job back. What you talking about? I need to take a shower. And he got out. He said, where'd y'all go to the bar? What bar? I called up the office. Y'all wasn't there at 3 o'clock. Where the hell was y'all at? And she done had to do something to get his job back. And he got upset about it. Started whopping her around in the house, in that apartment. And she's going, don't hit me no more. And he said, what was you doing? And it turns out she was doing tricks to get his job back. What you pissed off about? But it pissed him off. And he said, I tell you what you do. You write a note. And you write down what I tell you. And she wrote down this note. And then they go, and the next thing you see there at the train station, and this little pager boy comes through, and he's got like a telegram. And he's paging Mr. So-and-so. And the guy said, right here. And he goes over and gives him the note. And it says, and the note, it opens up then and says, when my husband goes to sleep on the train, I'll come to your compartment. Love, Vicky. That was her name in the movie, Vicky. And then next thing you know, they're on the train, and he's going back to the train car where he's at. And he says, go ahead. And he knocks on the door. And the guy opens it up, and she's standing there, and he goes, and that old guy rushes in, and the next thing you know, the guy whose room they goes into is laying there, and you see his hand all curled up like that. He's dead. And this guy's wiping his knife off on his clothes. He done stabbed him to death because he slept with his old lady to get his job back. I don't know what he's pissed off about. You got your job back. Now you done killed this guy. You're on a train. And then, so they leave the dead guy's room to go back to their car. Like the police ain't gonna figure this shit out. To go back to his car, and then the William Holden, I think it was William Holden. He's been in a lot of good movies. He was between the cars smoking a cigarette, and he sees him. He turns around and goes, that guy, because they know each other, and I can't see. He can't let him see me on the train where the dead body's at because he'll tie it in. And so he goes back they go back to the dead guy's room. He says, you go out there and get him out there. I don't care what you got to do. Get him out in between the train cars so I can get back to our room. And she goes out there and she fixes her lipstick and she fixes her hat and her jacket and she looks all good and she goes, meets him right there and she goes, and the train lurches and they like lean on each other and she goes, I need to go get a drink. You know where the club cars at? He said, yes, 3 cars up. He said, as a matter of fact, I'd like to join you for a drink. William Holden did. And they take off walking in to go up there, and he gets about there, and he goes, well, he pulls out his pocket watch. And he said, the club cars closed. You want to go in here and we can have a cigarette? And they go in there and have a cigarette, and he leaves the door open because he said, why are you leaving the door open? And she goes, in case you're nervous. He said, in case you're nervous, or one of us is nervous. And she said, why would I be nervous? And she gets up and stands around, and the train lurches again, and they get real close. And he kisses this shit out of her. And then she goes, I gotta go. And she leaves. And leaves him sitting there with a cigarette smoking in his hand. Now they ride on through the night, get back to their town, and they get off the killer guy and his wife get off the train, and they're walking up the tracks, and the train guy, William Holden, gets off, and he's coming this way, and he see him. And he goes, you kissed me last night. Well, that's what he's thinking. He didn't say it out loud because he knows that guy. And he goes, what the hell's going on? And he gets back to where he's staying at when it was, what's the name? The guy off of, had them 3 girls at the Petticoat Junction. That guy was the dad that William Holden was staying with. And his daughter had done grown up. I don't know why William Holden, well, that girl was blonde. But she done growed up, man. She come out there looking tight. She had on a tight-ass sweater and her nipples was sticking out. And I said, damn. And he said, I got you something in Japan. And he pulled out a kimono and give her a kimono to put on. And she put that on over her clothes and was wearing it. And she showed up the next morning in that kimono and brought him to the breakfast table. But he done went on out. And get back to the story. He's done killed that guy. And he's holding that note over his wife's head. Said, as long as we got this right here, you ain't going nowhere. Me and you gonna be together forever. And she says, every time you touch me, I get cold on the inside. You didn't have to kill him, Bill, or whatever his name was. You didn't have to kill him. And she's younger than him. Now, William Holden starts asking the guy's wife where he's staying at. They're friends. He said, you know anything about what's called his wife? And she goes, Vicky. Yeah, she's a nice girl. She's younger than him, but she's nice. It seems like they have a good thing going on. From the airs that they put on, I don't know anything's going on. And then William Holden goes to the bar that night, and he's in there with his wife, and they're in there drinking, and he comes and sits down with him, and they start drinking, and he gets the killer guy drunk, and they had to carry him back to their house, him and Vicky, and they carry him back to the house and put him in a chair, and she goes, let me help you up to the bed. He said, I can get up to the bed myself. And he gets up, stumbles in the bed, and closes the door, bedroom door. And then William Holden, I think his name's William Holden, he's standing in the living room with that old girl, and they're talking. He said, why'd you lie to me? You know that guy got killed on the train. Why didn't you say something? She said, I went to see him in his room, and he was already dead when I got there, but I didn't want to. I was scared. And he said, you wasn't scared because I run into you on the platform there when I was smoking that cigarette. You didn't seem scared to me, and you wasn't scared when you French kissed me in the room in there. You wasn't tired. You wasn't scared. And then William Holden, he was kissing her. They was out at the shack on the tracks, and the yard boss was walking around looking for people that was trying to jump on the trains. He's got his flashlight walking around, and they ducked up in the thing right there, and the door goes ring, and the guy with the light shines it over, and he goes, what the hell is going on? And he goes over and shines the light up in there, but they're hiding behind the door, and he just walks out, closes the door, and then she goes, can you meet me somewhere? And he said, yeah, I can meet you somewhere. Where you want to meet at? He said, I got a friend that's got an apartment up there in Chicago. We can meet there. And then they get real, I would have been getting busy right there in that shack. But no, he didn't do it. They just kissed, and he grabbed her hair by both sides like that, like he was trying to pull her hair out, and I was kissing. And I fell asleep. So I don't know what the hell happened. But she was in like 2 or 3 movies on her. I kept flicking over, and she was in another movie, and it was about killing people. What was that other one about? Pretty much the same thing. No, that's what it was. He was a detective, homicide detective, and it had what's his name? The Dirty Dozen guy. Lee Marvin. Lee Marvin was the criminal in it. He was the gangster guy. And William Holden was trying to find out who killed this girl. And it was some political racket shit going on. And then he quit his job because people was going, you need to get out and quit messing with this. You're messing because the higher ups was going, you need to stop your boy down there. He's messing with our shit we're doing over here. It's corruption. Same thing that's going on today. And he quit the force and was doing this shit on his own time. And they were at the bar, at another bar scene, and William Holden, because they were sitting there rolling the dice. Lee Marvin and this other blonde-headed girl was rolling the dice. It looked like they were playing Yahtzee. I don't know what the hell they was playing. But he said, I told you quit rolling the dice so fast like that. And she rolled them again. He rolled them again. And she scooped him up real fast. He grabbed her hand and crushed it. And she screamed, ah! And William Holden come in and said, get your hands off her. And this other guy walked up to him, and William Holden punched him, knocked him out. And I think he was supposed to be the tough guy for the gangster guy. And he told Lee Marvin, he said, get your ass out of here. And he left. And he told that other guy, he said, you can get out of here too. And that old blonde-headed girl, not the one he crushed her hand, but the other girl, his girlfriend, the good-looking girl, Vicky, from the other movie, she was still sitting at the bar. She said, I want to buy you a drink. He said, ain't you what you call it? I want to touch you with a 10-foot pole, bitch. Nasty skank. And so he leaves out the bar, and she follows him because Lee Marvin had left her there. And she follows the cop that had quit, William Holden. She follows him out, and they go down to there, and he goes, something about a room or something. where he's staying at the hotel room. She goes, yeah, let's go there. And he gets her back to the room, and damn, dear, you're easy, girl. And they get up there, and he goes, I wouldn't touch you. I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. You're what's called girl. I don't dip into dirty shit like that. Because they'd killed his wife. That's what it was. They had killed his wife. And he's still heartbroken because it hadn't been 2 weeks. And that old girl was looking good. I'm telling you right now, I would have been busy with her. And then she goes back to her boyfriend's house, and they're playing cards up there. The police commissioner and the big wigs are playing cards up there. And she comes in, and somebody had pulled up at the bar when she got in the car, in the cab with him to go to his place, and seen him. And he come back and told Lee Marvin, said, your girl's running around on you, man. She's a whore. That bitch is a slut. He knowed she was a slut. And she comes in and he goes, where'd you go to? And he said, she said, you left me. I went over there and watched the show. And it's pretty much the same thing. And she said, you lying whore. And she said, I ain't lying to you, bitch. And he threw coffee in her face, a pot of coffee, and burnt the side of her face. And she was, because she was a good little girl. You burnt my face. And the police commissioner had to take her to the hospital so there wouldn't be a police report. And she goes back to the cop's room and knocks on the door and says, help me, I'm hurt. After she left a hospital. She had left a hospital. Come there and he's come in and had that bandage on her face like that, and he starts feeling sorry for her. She said, I got this cause I come up here with you. No, you got that because you're a whore. That's why you got it. And her face is all scarred up, and she had bandages on it, and the next morning he's putting aloe vera on her face like that. She said, can I stay here with you because I'm scared? He said, I'll get you a room on this floor. And he called down to the front desk and said, I need another room for that old girl, and I don't need to know that she's up in here. You know, she needs to, you'll be safe here. So she stays there safe, and then the police commissioner's wife had got killed, but they didn't mess with her, his wife, because she had evidence that if something happened to her would come out to the public. So she was safe as long as she was alive, because the information about all this crooked shit going on wouldn't be leaked as long as she wasn't messed with. That was like their insurance policy. And so the girl with the burnt face goes to the lady's house that's got the evidence that ain't coming out as long as she's alive, and she's all burnt up. And she goes, we're the same. We're the girls under the furs. Because both of them had fur coats on. It was Sisters Under the Minks or something. Sisters Under the Fur or something like that was her line in the movie. And then she said, you know what the hell's going on? And then she said, she shot this bitch, shot her 3 times, killed the shit out of her. The cops, the real cops, because that guy done quit, they thought he went, because he had done been over earlier that day talking to her, trying to get her to tell what was going on. She said, I don't know what you're talking about. She was part of it. She was in on this shit. That's why she's wearing a fur coat. She was in on this shit, and she wouldn't tell him what he wanted to know, but they had reported it. So he said the cops that was outside his house, because he had a little daughter left, and he had his brother-in-law was watching the daughter, and his brother-in-law had called over a bunch of his army buddies because they're trying to get the kid to get to the cop that quit to get him to leave him alone. So him and his army buddies is up there watching the kid, and he comes downstairs, and they had police protection on him, but they pulled it off. They pulled same thing they did with Godfather. You know how they had the police sitting outside the hospital like security? Same thing. So his old boss, the detective guy, his boss pulled up out front. They said, well, yeah, we pulled it off. He said, don't worry about it. My brother-in-law, he's got a bunch of his army buddies. All of them had pistols. He said, he's got a bunch of his army buddies up there. Ain't nobody coming in there messing with my little baby girl. And they said, well, we'll stay out here and it'll make it official. He said, where are you going? Hope you're not going back over to Mrs. Crenshaw. I'm just saying her name. Miss Crenshaw's house, because we got a call that you went over earlier. He said, I ain't going nowhere. And he took off. But that's when the lady with the thing on her face, the good-looking Vicky, she was over there killing that lady. And then the police guy, William Holden, he goes over to Lee Marvin's house. No, he don't. No, I take that back. Vicky kills that girl, and she goes back to Lee Marvin's house. Lee Marvin gets dropped off out front. He's like living in a hotel. He gets dropped off out front, comes up to his room. He's in there, and he's taking his clothes and shit off, his jacket, and he goes in there to cut the light on, and all of a sudden somebody throws coffee in his face. And it's that girl, Vicky. And she cuts on the light, and she said, "It's going to burn for a while. But it is going to be..." I had to walk down back alley. She pulled her thing off, and it looked bad. She said, "I got to walk down dark alleys and side streets so people don't see my face. Look what you did to me." And then William Holden busts in, and Lee Marvin pops out a gun. He shot Vicky in the back 3 times. And then William Holden gets his gun out, and they got like a gun battle in the room, and he runs out on the terrace, and he's fighting and shit like that, and then he runs out of bullets, so he starts climbing the ladder like a fire escape, but he's going up. And William Holden runs over and snatches him down and whoops on him a couple times, and his face is all red and shit because of the coffee. And he puts that gun right in his face, and he goes, "Kill me! Kill me now!" And William Holden eases off on it. He said, "Get your ass up. Get up." He takes him inside, and then the police show up. And the police go, and Vicky had told him, she said, "I killed what's her name, so the news is going to come out." And then William Holden, the police come in there, because he goes over there and calls 911, says, "I need an ambulance and the police." And the police show up, and they cuff Lee Marvin, and he's over there talking to Vicky because she's stretched out on the ground over there. She said, "Am I going to die? Do you think I'm going to die?" He said, "No, if I was to tell you you'd die, you'd live 150 years and argue with me." And she goes, I just want to... He was telling her about his wife. He said, "Yeah, I used to love her. We used to argue all the time, but I loved her." And she's sitting there, "I sure would have liked her." And her face is all... This side of her face is all scarred up. This side over here looks good. And they're shooting the camera from this side. And she said, "I sure would have liked her." And he starts talking about her again, and she dies. Vicky dies. And then the next thing you know, he's back at the police station. He done got his job back because what he was saying was true about the crooks and all the shit going on, all the corruption going on over here. He got his job back, and everybody's in there, and they put pencils on his desk and stuff like that. "Welcome back." And he opens up a drawer and pulls his name thing out, puts it back on his desk. Why the hell? You didn't take that with you when you left? And this guy comes over. He said, "What can I get for you?" He said, "Give me a cup of coffee." And the phone rings. He goes, picks it up, and he goes, "Hello." And he jots some stuff down, and he rips that paper off, and he hands it to his partner and goes, "We got to hit and run." And they go to walk out, and he goes, the guy comes back with the coffee, and he goes, "I got some coffee." He said, "Keep it hot." And walks out, and that's the end of that movie. Now, I don't know the name of that movie either, but it was good.
Universities and our American values by eliminating foreign influence on college campuses. Again, I want to thank Congresswoman Steele and Chairwoman Fox, and I yield back.
Frank, where you going?
The gentlewoman yields back. Mrs. Hayes, you're recognized.
Frank, where you going? TikTok, you don't stop. I wonder who this is. I wonder who these people are right here. Wonder who this is a picture of. Oh, it says it's coming. It says it's coming. What are you doing with that kid? I like the grip that man has on the child. Yeah, you don't grip a kid like that by our arms like that. Where's Waldo eventually at dinner with Epstein, who didn't kill himself? I knew that Piglet was the ringleader all along. I wonder why this is coming out. Who is this picture of? U.S. military and Sharp unveil 120 million quantum phones and quantum voting system. The end of the spy phone era.
And Seth Rich was a DNC employee that was accused of leaking emails that shone a very negative light on the DNC party to WikiLeaks. Those emails were also the thing that kicked off a conspiracy theory that I cannot say here on TikTok anymore.
Pizzagate.
After the emails were leaked to WikiLeaks, Seth Rich unfortunately was escorted off the planet by a robber. The robber didn't take his wallet, his keys, his watch, or his ring, instead just shooting him in the back, and then he was never caught. And this is Texas attorney Ty Clevenger.
My name's Ty Clevenger. I'm an attorney. I'm born and raised in Texas, in East Texas. I'm a lawyer now in New York. I work on cases, a lot of my cases about political corruption.
Now, Ty Clevenger has been feverishly for years trying to get more information on the death of Seth Rich and how the WikiLeaks email correlated with the Russia collusion case. Russia collusion that turned out to be bullshit, by the way, but that's for another video. Now, back in September, a judge had ruled that the DOJ and the FBI needed to turn over all the evidence in regards to Seth Rich's death and the emails that were leaked to WikiLeaks in order for an investigation to go on further. To which the DOJ and the FBI responded that they would need at least 66 years to put that together and get it to them. So they asked for an extension. You heard that right. 66 years. That wasn't good enough for Judge Amos Mazant. He issued a warrant this week that the information regarding Seth Rich's death needed to be released within the next 14 days. The information that he is demanding is Seth Rich's personal laptop, his work laptop, the DVD, and the tape drive. Now, there is no response from the Department of Justice or the FBI yet as to whether or not they're going to comply with this order. I would assume that they would have to. So more to come as more information comes out.
More to come. They never saw it coming. Yeah, who took this picture? What is that little Chinese girl doing on the boat with you and Obama and what's his name? What's that guy's name? The actor? George Clooney. What are you doing, man? Y'all boys is in some trouble. What are y'all doing? Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out.
This is
taking a little bit of time, but it's coming out.
All reasonable doubt.
Did you see that?
The official NASA images of lunar exploration are fake.
They chucked that thing out of a plane, dude, and said it came back from outer space. Look.
In this film, we shall not only prove beyond all reasonable doubt that many of the
fucking busted
images of lunar exploration are fake, but we
fake, phony, and false. Ronald McCarthy preschool case was not a legendary hoax; it was a legendary cover-up. In 2019, the FBI declassified documents on the Finders. The Finders was a CIA front tasked at kidnapping and torture programming children across the United States. Children were probably using some MK Ultra shit. The children were used as sex slaves and for satanic rituals. Within this release, documents also exposed that there were tunnels found under the McMartin preschool in Manhattan Beach, California, despite the media lying about this for decades now. The young child victims claimed they were trafficked under these tunnels, and victims of sexual abuse included satanic ritual abuse at the hands of predators, including elites. The media claimed this case and others were just satanic panic. The case went to trial, and some jurors could not be swayed because they allegedly did not find evidence of the tunnels. However, these documents proved they existed. The declassified documents also revealed that satanic artifacts such as pentagrams were found at the school, and also there were over 100 animal bones found under the school's second floor, which supports victim testimony that they were sacrificing animals in satanic rituals. Ted Gunderson dedicated his life to exposing the Finders. The truth about the McMartin preschool and other elite satanic pedophile rings. Gunderson is a hero. I remember that. It was a mother and a father and a son. I think that's it.
Porter, open Bernie Sanders supporter who worked for the DNC. The DNC.
We already played that. New Georgia 2020 election evidence suggests more duplicate ballots and numbers of fake votes than previously thought.
God.
Sour soap fruit and it cures cancer.
Do you see that? Isn't that insane?
This is the biggest soursop you've ever seen in your life. Look at this mouth.
Oh my God. Do you see that? that?
Yeah, I see it. List of indictments, arrests, and executions.
Conspiracy. This government has failed us. The senators who are filibustering concerning your and my rights, that's the government. Don't say it's Southern senators, this is the government.
Selene on Eclipse.
Kind of a rare experience, while at the same time behind us, the sun is already beginning to rise. So this could be a very interesting and beautiful experience. We can just barely make out a little bit of the moon left. It's about 2/3 the way covered with Earth's shadow, and it's turning a sort of pale orange, pinkish color. And what I find very interesting is I was expecting the shadow to come upward across the moon as it would go down and it would pass into shadow, and actually it's going the other way around. The shadow, as the moon is here, the shadow is creeping down across the moon, even though the sun's coming up over here, and that must be because of
everybody can be a robot polisher.
That's what we call it. That's called a conspiracy theory. Investigators at Chapman prison attack, and they wonder why this happened. Dude, he was literally Epstein, or they tried. Corruption only has one agenda, and that's to have 0 witnesses.
Rick, what can we do to stop chemtrails?
Don't worry about it. It's not your job. The good guys are spraying to counter what the bad guys have been spraying. They are spraying, concealing clouds to prevent you from observing aircraft movements. And some of those aircraft are non-terrestrial technology flown by humans. Don't worry about it. You can look up all you want to. They're not spraying bad shit anymore.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Rick. That's true. Man against the cabal. The war is real. He fights for you. This is not another 4-year election.
They want to silence me because I know the truth, and I'm not afraid to say it. Their goal is intimidation of everybody at the highest level. But I really don't care. I don't care. I just want to do what's right for the country. I didn't need this. You know, when I did this, somebody said the other day, are you glad you did it? Because I had a hell of a life. I had the most beautiful life. I don't think I could do whatever I wanted, the best properties, the best resorts. I could have had the greatest time. Instead, I'm here on a Saturday afternoon with you, working my ass off. Working my ass off up here.
Donald Trump is a danger to American democracy.
Donald Trump tried to steal our democracy, and he's still trying to do it.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
That man cannot see public office again. He is not only unfit, he is destructive to our democracy, and he has to be eliminated.
When I get back into the Oval Office, I will totally obliterate the deep state. They will be obliterated. 2024 is our final battle. With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists, Marxists, fascists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media. We will evict Joe Biden. And we will finish the job once and for all. We will make America great again.
More obvious. It's crystal clear. They don't see consensus. They're not interested in the public's opinion. The overlap between the list of things that people care about in this country.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna wrap this up. We're gonna go over to the gaming side. We will see y'all. We'll see y'all later, man. Y'all have a good one. It's been fun. I ain't gonna say it ain't been fun. It's been fun. But we're gonna go over and play some games. Appreciate y'all being here. Y'all have fun. Spicy Peach. Who's Spicy Peach? Who is Spicy Peach? Corsair. Corsair. Corsair.
Warm up while you can. We will deploy soon. Enemy soldier incoming.
Took a round!
Preparation is done. Now you deploy to the war zone.
Get ready, 5 seconds!
Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster.
Copy! Go down there!
Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemy destroyed. Use your attack map to hunt down the rest of them.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
Moving! Be wide, area
Enemy
hot.
soldier incoming.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Moving here!
Hunt them down. Target down. Marching the rest of them. Gas is inbound.
Enemy UAV active.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Your team is confirmed. We've located the rest of them.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your TAC map. Get hunting.
Enemy UAV active.
Mark enemy!
Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy visual!
Friendly mortar strike on the way.
Enemy! Cancel last!
You got a loadout drop inbound.
Enemy UAV active.
Moving! Moving! Requesting close air! Target mark!
Moving here. 3-1. Target acquired. Strike inbound.
You have reinforcements inbound.
Enemy. Direct hit. Hostile UAV in the area.
Enemy here. Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
I'm hit!
You have reinforcements inbound. Mark the remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
Enemy movement.
Planting Claymore!
Marking enemy.
Copy that. Someone standing here!
SMG. Hostile UAV in the area.
Well done.
Moving! Got one sided here.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work. You're getting another chance. Make it count.
Enemy marked. Marking enemy. Moving here.
You got gas moving in. Your team is in the safe zone.
Enemy in the area.
Enemy marked!
You have reinforcements inbound.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Taking fire!
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Target down. Marching the rest of them. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
Careful, area's hot. Enemy UAV active. Hostile UAV in the area.
Wait. Wait, come here.
Enemy buy station incoming.
Oh shit. Ah, me jodieron. Jodo, partido.
Grenade here.
Resurgence is about to end. Make it count.
We're getting away from there, so y'all boys can come back.
Okay.
Fire sales over. Adjusting prices.
Enemy movement. Enemy sniper. Small caliber rounds here.
Oh.
Moving.
Sniper.
Confirmed. Located the rest of them. Good work.
Oh man.
Target down. Marking enemy.
Wait. Green, wait.
Get ready. You're redeploying. You have reinforcements inbound. Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the endgame. All stations, a jailbreak is active. Heads up, a jailbreak is active.
Enemy UAV active. Moving.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh shit!
Go inside.
Marking enemy. Be dogwise. Enemies around.
Marking shotgun shell.
Moving here. Movement.
Closing round.
Moving. Moving here.
Hey, y'all buy me back.
Upside.
Buy me back.
I going to the roof.
Somebody's coming. Get out front there.
Only 25 left. Keep up the good work.
Cool and green.
Marking buy station.
Enemy inside. Enemy inside.
Good loot here. Get 17 rounds here.
Thanks. Thanks.
You're welcome.
still outside the safe zone.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I need a small car rounds.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Be dogwise. Enemies around. Enemy movement.
Taking effective fire! Enemy UAV active.
Gas is closing in. Head to the safe zone now.
Only five. Come on, guys, come on. Oh, security zone, guys.
10 remain. You're nearly done. Enemy soldier incoming.
Hostile mortar strike near your position.
Over there.
In the top 5. Let's get it done. Less than 5 are still standing. Next time, we take the win.
Get you up, man. My bad.
Come on, Yellow. Play again.
Holding for deployment. Take this time to warm up.
Moving.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
We have an ammo box here.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enough training. Now we face the enemy for real. Enemy soldier incoming. Resurgence. Survive to redeploy fallen teammates. Kill to bring them back faster.
Check.
Marking the rest of that squad on your attack map. Get hunting. Enemy destroyed. Use your attack map to hunt down the rest of them. Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Moving here. Enemy movement. Enemy in the area. Attack me!
Marked remaining operators from that squad. We are returning you to the front. Earn this.
One guy.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your attack. Well done.
It was my fault, bro. Hey, bro,
Be wide, area's hot. Enemy movement.
You have reinforcements inbound.
Enemy moving here. Planting mine!
Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy destroyed. Use your attack map. Located the rest of them.
I need to reload out.
Operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
Hold on, I've got you! Thanks. I got you.
Cover me.
Movement in this area. Thanks.
Your team
Come here.
Careful, this area's being looted.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I'm hit! Moving! Be wide, area's hot.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Hostile door strike incoming. Need mid-cal rounds.
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your attack map. Get hunting.
Enemy movement, enemy marked.
Other inside.
Wrong survey!
Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Enemy dropping into the AO. Heads up. Fogs incoming. Visibility will be affected. Squad mates redeployed. Well done. Down. Marking the rest of them.
Moving here. We have a loadout drop here. Shot fire!
Hostile airstrike near your location.
Airstrike coming in, come on.
Use your attack map to hunt down the rest of them.
Moving!
Hostile cluster mine deployed. Marking the rest of them.
Marking enemy.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Friendly suppression mine here.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Friendly C4 here.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Marking the rest of that squad on your attack map. Get hunting. Marked remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Kill confirmed. We've located the rest of them. Move to the safe zone.
Enemy marked. Movement.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Enemy locked.
Enemy destroyed. Use your attack map to hunt down the rest of them.
Attack me!
Marking the rest of them.
Oh man.
Oh man.
They hit us hard that time, so we will settle the score.
Run it again, man.
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad.
Run it again.
If $6,400 didn't hit your account last night from the IRS, you're getting scammed. Let me...
Man, a lot of shit went down.
I didn't know that happened.
A lot of shit went down, bro. I don't even want to be a nigga that's just like chatting, bro. Pillow talk. Like, it's not, I don't think it's pillow talk, but I'm not basically telling you about, like, I'm not pillow talking, telling you like what's going on. Like, you know,
Alright, I'm going to the house, fellas. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all later. We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one.